What's up, everybody? Got the Eagles Collective and the Next Level Sports Lounge joining together. Lloyd, how you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Hey, that intro was fire, bro. I gotta get to you. That
I
intro
appreciate
was
it, bro.
fire.
I appreciate it.
I was over there bobbing my head, man. That shit was fire.
Yeah,
What up, everybody? To the Eagles Collective, to the Next Level Sports Lounge. What's going on, people? We got me, Warren. We clashing here. Hey, we gonna talk football, y'all. Y'all know how we do it.
yeah, we got to, bro. We got a lot of stuff's happening on both ends of our team in the division. So I thought it'd be best we just come and talk about it together, just one on one, see what your thoughts are, you get mine, and just vice versa. Hopefully, we walk out of here knowing something about each other's team that we didn't know before. That's
Right.
the whole goal. But you got any people in the comments you want to shout out? Can you see them
Oh
on your
yeah,
end?
yeah. I can see him on my side. We got Holly in the house. We had Logan over. I don't know if he's still here. He might be on your side because you are an Eagles fan. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for the Eagles Collective, for the Next Level Sports now. Y'all make sure y'all
Yeah.
hit that like, go subscribe, share it out to your peeps. We got Oscar in the house. We got Toe French. We got Randy. We got Jimbo. We got CZ. We got Jesse. We got Marcus. What's going on, people? What about your side, one?
Yo, let's see. We got Logan over here. We got Linda. Let's see. We got Jimbo. What's up, Jimbo? We got Hamid. What's going on, Hamid? Then I got Oscar too over here. CZ. Yeah, we yeah. It's only coming in. And
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
Momo in here. What's up,
yeah, we
Momo?
got Momo, we got Vinny, we got Laura, we got everybody coming in, man. We got
Yeah,
everybody, man.
yeah. Everybody keep coming in. We just talking ball right now. So let's just kind of sit back and just go over what we're going to talk about. Of course, we had the draft. We saw what the draft looked like. Now we heading into the off season. I know y'all with Christian Parker. Y'all got Christian Parker from the Eagles. I know y'all have heard a lot of things going on with him. So kind of give me your thoughts on him, and then I'll give you thoughts on Sean Mean, and we'll just start from there and go. So I'll let you start it off.
Well, first thing, when it comes to Christian Parker and what he's been doing, what he's been bringing so far, even though no one has really put on pass and touched the field like they should during the football season, um, from what we've been seeing, uh, everything that has been said about him for is him teaching. Let's just speak about him teaching. How
Mhm.
everybody just when it comes to knowledge, everybody crowds around him. Everybody has questions. Everybody's at his door. He has a line lined up outside his door, outside his office. Uh, People waiting to talk to him, and we haven't had that.
Yeah.
So our excitement is based off what we've been seeing so far, not what we've been seeing on the field, play calling, and thus far. We don't know how this is gonna go. So,
Okay.
but so far at this particular time, him engaging with the players, him teaching the players, willing to put in the time to show, hey, this is how it needs to be done. If you do,
Mhm.
he explains it to a T. If you do it this way, then this will happen. But this is the way you have to do it in order for you to be successful in what you're doing. This is how it has to be done. In order for us to be good at what we're trying to build here right now,
Mhm.
this is how you have to do it. So when it comes to us being excited, these are the type of things that we're being excited about. It's not about just because he came from Vic Fangio, which is
Yeah.
that's a good place to come from. Uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
Van Joseph, good place to come from. He has the pedigree. It
Mhm.
all is going to show when it comes to situational things on the field and with him calling plays. So we're excited about what Christian Parker has done. We're excited about what he's bringing to the table and what we feel that he can do in the future.
Okay. So with Christian Parker there, I know a lot of people saying he's kind of that person that y'all are looking at to be a head coach coming up soon. Like just in the making, you could say. Do you see like how many years do you see yourself with the Cowboys and Christian Parker? How long do you see that happening?
Well, I never said anything. Well, me personally, it,
Yeah.
it wasn't about him being a coach. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it was what I was hearing from the outside. So if
Mm-hmm.
what I was hearing, because I didn't know nothing about Christian Parker.
Yeah.
I only took in and listened to the things I've heard from the outside. People from the outside feel that he's going to be a coach within the next 1 to 2 years.
Mm,
That's what they feel. So I'm like, if he's going to be a head coach within these years, then that means he has to start this year at being successful as a defensive coordinator. You're not going to be able to move to a head coaching position, not being good within your first. You have to be good starting your first year.
yeah.
So if he's going to be a head coach, it starts this year, turning the worst defense in the league into a uh, from mid to top defense in the league.
Okay.
And yeah, I get a lot of flack because I said that I feel that our defense can be in the top 10. I feel that it can. Not saying that it will happen, but I just feel that it can.
But the possibility of it is there. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, I see that. And I know y'all got some new additions with Caleb Downs, Rashad Gary coming in. You had Kenny Clark already. Just what area of the defense do you want Christian Parker to hone down on? Is it the secondary, linebackers? Like I'm looking at the linebackers and I'm thinking, okay, where can he enhance that, or where's the development at when it comes to that position?
It's more for the last since Dan Quinn been here, we ain't been able to stop the run. All right.
Mm,
It the focus has been since he's gotten here.
mm,
Stop the run. Everything else will play out. Stop the run. If we can build the wall that he is so-called building to stop the run, because most even Rashawn Gary is a run stopping defensive end / linebacker.
mm,
That's what he do. That's what he specialized at. Even though I think he had 7.5 sacks this past season, 6.5, 7.5 sacks past season. He can get sacks, but he's great at stopping the run. You can look at, and I mean, it is what it is. I'm saying you can look at
mm.
like y'all defense
Okay.
when you have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter in the middle. Okay, we have Kenny Clark and we have Quentin Williams.
Mm,
Not to mention Tito, who's a big body, who's a starter at one point in time for the Chargers, and he specialized at stopping the run. You know,
okay.
so it's all about stopping the run first, scheming, pressure and sacks. That way, if when it comes to the quarterback getting rid of the ball quickly, I mean the secondary is not going to be great. I'm not looking for the secondary to be great, especially with Deron Bland's his feet issues, his foot issues. That I
Yeah.
don't expect for him to be back to his all-pro form that he once was at. But
Mm,
if you're able to stop the run, if you're able to get pressure, if you're able to make that quarterback get rid of the ball sooner than what he wants, then that's a win for the defense. It's always a win for the defense. So that's what I like what he's built for as the defensive line and the linebackers in stopping the run.
mm,
When it
okay.
comes to Donovan Azuaku, he was brought in. We drafted him as a pass rusher. He elevated his game this past season within just stopping the run. Of
Yeah. No,
course,
I agree with that.
everybody thought that he was going to be with Michael Parsons. That would have made him a better pass rusher, but he wasn't. But throughout the season, he became better at stopping the run.
Mm,
Him, and I think maybe before Quentin Williams got there, you had him and you had Jadeveon Clowney and you
yeah.
had Kenny Clark. That was our best run stoppers when it came to our defense. But he's gotten better as a rookie. I'm looking for him to go to the next level this season.
Okay. Okay. So I know you said top 10, but realistically, where does your defense need to be for you to say, okay,
20
like
to 15.
things coming? 20 to 15? Okay.
Yeah, 20 to
That's,
15. At
I like
least at least 20. If you
mm,
can get to the 20 mark at defensive ranking, that means you're getting stops on defense. If
mm,
if we're gonna have this so-called prolific ass offense, the defense has to get stops.
yeah.
And if the defense is able to get stops, then that helps the offense out a whole lot than what happened last year. It was straight trash last year. straight trash. You know what I'm saying? So if you're able to get stops, if you're able to stop the run, because teams ran on us a lot, they not only did they run on us a lot, they was able to pass the ball downfield.
Yeah.
I'm talking about deep balls
Yeah.
every time. But if you're able to at least be able, let's say you're in a top 5, top 10 is stopping the run. You top 15, top 20 and when it comes to the pass. That's a big plus, major plus in helping this offense. That way you don't have your offense don't have to do so much in order to score or win. Even though I don't want to rely on the kicker.
Yeah.
That's been our problem too. We rely on Brandon Aubrey because he got a fucking cyborg leg. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The motherfucker can kick from anywhere. But
Yeah.
I don't want 3. I want 7. I want 6. Let him kick the extra point. I want 6. And we have the weapons to be able to get that 6, but at the same time, the defense has to play their role too. They have to play their role too.
Yeah. No. I'm right there with you. Kind of everything you landed on. That's kind of what we have on our side. Looking at the Cowboys, like y'all brought in these pieces. Now, what are y'all going to do with them? We saw that y'all revamped your position coaches, and I was actually looking at your position coaches, and you have a lot of good position coaches right there. Like your linebacker coach, he was with Georgia. So he developed some linebackers there, like Nakobe Dean, those boys. So I think looking from the outside in, I'm looking to see how are y'all developing these already established players in the NFL. You know what I mean?
So from this past season, it wasn't really much of a development when it came to Ethan and the staff that he had. It wasn't really much of a development. That's why we're so crazy about Christian Parker. If Christian Parker is this teacher that everybody has been speaking about, then that helps the development. A lot of people, everybody is clamoring on trying to get Max Crosby. And the thing about it, and they even wanted Myles Garrett, which those guys would help this team a lot. But at the same time, the people that we've brought in for as free agent draft, these are Christian Parker picks. This is who he wanted. So if he's this teacher, this developer, like that's being said, then I'm fine with not having a Max Crosby. I'm fine with not having a Myles Garrett. Now I do want Jordan Brooks. Reason being is because you don't know when it comes to Demarion Overshown's health.
Yeah.
So we don't know how it's gonna be, even though this is his prove season. This is his payday season. This is the season where he get his contract. So in order for him to get the contract that he wants, he has to be healthy. He has to play his ass off. Even though he's looking forward to being the green dot. Right now, you got him being the green dot person right now. Christian Parker communicates things to him. So that's a good thing. But if you can bring in a Jordan Brooks and have him alongside Demarion Overshown, or if you want to use Jordan Brooks and D Winters and have Demarion Overshown on the outside, have a way you want to do it. But the thing about it is Demarion Overshown's health. It's all about his health. If he's going to be healthy, which we don't know, then okay. But I'm all for bringing in another middle linebacker.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull up y'all's defense right now. Like looking at them, like it's a squad. You got a squad. Like definitely, y'all made moves in this offseason. Like you can definitely tell. Now, me going over to the Eagles side of the ball, I think with Sean Mannion, we're getting a ex-quarterback that's been in the league before. That's something that our quarterback Jalen's never had. So now he's putting them in a perspective of a different way for a quarterback to think. So I know back when Sean Mannion was he ended up playing with the Rams and then he played with the Vikings. He was a big development piece for Kirk Cousins. So he may not have started, but he's in the film room just like him and giving him a different perspective to think about how to utilize whatever he's trying to do with the ball. Losing AJ Brown, like I can admit this. I think every other Eagles fan can admit this. Losing AJ Brown is a big hit to us, but the fact that we're changing our offensive coordinator it was planned to look different anyway, just with what we got going on right now.
Right.
I think the addition of Hollywood Brown, Wicks, Elijah Moore, and bringing in Lemon from the draft, I think that was a good move because now you're giving Jalen options. And I think a lot of last season, we saw what the Eagles were trying to do on offense, but they tend to cater towards one wide receiver. So it could have been a Devontae Smith or Dallas Goedert game, but since they got AJ Brown issues, we got to force feed the ball to AJ. So that's where I'm kind of like, all right, so now we can actually play the way we want to play. AJ Brown averaged he got 1,400 yards 2 years in a row, and then 1,000 the next 2 years. If we can at least get 600 yards from Lemon, get 400 from Wicks, or get maybe like another 400 from a Hollywood Brown, I'm perfectly fine with that. I just like the fact that Jalen now has options, and I think with taking away AJ Brown, it takes away how obvious what we were doing on offense. I think it's a little bit of that.
So I got a question. So like, and we ain't doing no trolling tonight. This is real football.
No, this is just talk. This is talk.
So I mean, AJ Brown wasn't the best route runner. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think Devontae had him on route running.
Yeah, I think Devontae is a great route runner. I agree with you on that. So my thing is with Hollywood Brown, he's not a route runner.
No,
he's more of a deep ball threat. Hollywood Brown, Wicks the same way. So how are you looking? What are you looking from your offense when it comes to adding Hollywood Brown and Wicks, and you got Mekhi Lemon? He's a decent route runner. I think he's better in the slot if you put him in me personally. I think he would be better in the slot. So what are you actually looking for when it comes to this offense? Are you do you want it to be more of a balanced run, or do you just think with the receivers that you have that you will be able to get that production from AJ now that AJ Brown is gone and your wide receiver core? Because I don't doubt Devontae Smith as a rookie before AJ Brown got there. He had over 900 yards receiving, right?
Yeah.
So more the coverage, more the defense is going to be towards him. Not saying that he won't be able to do it. He's more than proven that he can ball. So when it comes to the receivers around him, do you think that they will be able to be successful and pick up those yards from that AJ Brown produced, or do you want to lean more on the run game?
I think we're going to lean more on the run game just because that's our bread and butter. As long as we got Saquon back there and we got Tank, we're gonna be a run first team. But we do want to have options out there. I think with those three receivers that we picked up, the biggest thing that I've noticed watching them is their separation. Like you were talking about route running. One thing AJ Brown was not doing as he was getting older was separating. So he was not separating from the DBs, from the safeties when it came to the pass game, which made the ball more risky, which means Jalen really don't want to throw it there, but he going to go ahead and just throw it just to make that wide receiver happy or putting that trust in.
I'm going to say, do you think it was more of a trust factor?
I think it was more of they trusted each other, but then at the same time, it's like, bro, you're not getting the separation like you used to. So that 2023 year with those interceptions that Jalen had, he wants to be more cautious of where he's throwing the ball. He wants to make sure. And also, to be real with you, Lloyd, I think Jalen saw that the effort wasn't being there either with AJ Brown. I can count numerous games where AJ Brown could have jumped up for the ball or could have put in just a tad bit more effort, and he could have caught the ball. But it was a little bit of that. So bringing in these other receivers, we're going to see better separation and honestly just effort in general. So that's where I'm at when it comes to pass game. But it's gonna be a run first offense at the end of the day. It's gonna be a run first offense, and I think one thing that Lane Johnson mentioned when they interviewed him was he feels like it's going to get easier for him because we brought in all these tight ends. So now we're utilizing the tight ends to help block. We might be passing it to tight ends instead. So we got Stowers who we brought in. Of course, we got Dallas Goedert, but we actually have tight ends that are there just for blocking, just to help out this offensive line. So I think that's going to be a piece that we don't even know that we're going to really see yet. Like it sounds like the tight ends are pulling based off the coach we picked up because our tight end coach is also our run game coordinator. So who really knows what's going to happen when it comes to that? So I'm going into this season not, of course, excited because it's new and I know what this offense can do, but I'm going in more curious. Like I want to see how are they really going to be productive when they get on the field. What actions are they going to play? Or is it going to be a Hollywood Brown game? Is it going to be a Devontae game, a Wicks game? Like how are they going to make sure everybody is getting their touches? And I think it all barrels down to the offensive line. If that offensive line is better than what they were in that 2025 season, then I think everybody's going to have a problem in the league if this offensive line is back intact.
That was going to be my next question. With Jeff Stalin gone, how are you looking for this offensive line to fare? Do you expect the same things out of them? I don't know who your backup offensive line coach is. I don't know who y'all brought in. I don't know. But I know Jeff Stalin was a hell of a offensive line coach.
He's a developer. Yeah, he developed people. Yeah.
So are you? Are you looking for some type of setbacks when it comes to the offensive line, or are you expecting them to pick up where he left off at?
No, I'm not expecting setbacks just because this is a veteran offensive line. So even though Chris Cooper, we have Chris Cooper. So he was the offensive line coach for the Vikings. The Vikings actually had the third worst offensive line last year, but that was due to injuries. I believe they had 3 injuries to their starting offensive linemen, so that's what tanked them all the way to the bottom. So if you really want to see what he did, you got to look at that 2024 season with Sam Darnold there. And they were ranked 13th on offensive line. Their offensive line was ranked 13th. So we know what he's capable of doing.
Until they played y'all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's like, so you look at the offensive line, you're like, okay, they had all these injuries. This person knows what he's doing. He's utilizing the players that the linemen that we got. Like it's an upgrade for him. When it comes to linemen. Like he's getting an upgrade, and now you're implementing the tight ends when it comes to the blocking as well. I think that's what's going to throw off a lot of teams. The fact that we're utilizing our tight ends like we should. But yeah, I don't know too much about Chris Cooper. That's the only thing I really know. Is that last year he didn't have the best offense, but that was due to injuries. And 2023, he had a top 15 offensive line. And you know how that 2024 year was with Sam Darnold. Like they were making things happen with him there. So just looking at that, that's what we can do. So now that we've got a better team, a better offensive line that he's coming up against, who knows what can happen.
Okay. I was just curious. Yeah, I was just curious because he Jeff Stalin was a major part of when it came to your offensive line. Even when it came, I just understand how y'all able to do that tush push like y'all was able to, and nobody could replicate it. You know what I'm saying? So would that still be? You think that still would be in your arsenal?
I think we'll still keep it, but we're not going to utilize it as much. Who knows? We probably will utilize it even more depending on the situation, in all honesty. Like, we got the players for it. Like, why not? And it hasn't gotten banned yet. So why not? That's the way I look at it. But I don't want to rely on it. I can definitely tell you that. I think with the tush push doing that as much as we did that 2024 season, and for the yards that Saquon ran that season, our linemen, they sacrificed their bodies for that.
I was just thinking it. I was just thinking it
Yeah,
because that plays a toll on your offensive lineman. You know.
yeah, that right there. I know the game that we played the Commanders originally. Cam Jurgens was not supposed to play. He was listed as injured, so Landon Dickerson had to play center. Landon Dickerson got injured that game, and then Cam Jurgens had to come back in while he was injured to play center. So you got linemen that's been so banged up, and they went over the summer. They got surgery this offseason, so they're saying they feel better. So we're gonna see. I think, like I said, that's going to be the determining factor, this offensive line. Let's look at these comments here.
I was just going to say that.
Remaining, let's see.
Great talk, too, so far.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. When you heard about us getting Sean Mannion, how did you react, and what was your thoughts hearing how we picked up this ex-quarterback and ex-quarterback coach and just developing him, well, bringing him in as a OC?
Well, me, inexperience. Not saying that he cannot be successful. 2 years in on the coaching staff is all he has under his belt. 2 years. Mm-hmm. Inexperience is what I thought. Trading away AJ Brown, I was like, yeah. But what I hear is he's taking over a Ferrari, basically. So that means if he's taking over a Ferrari, he has a lot of pressure. Yep. As a first-time coordinator, with only 2 years under your belt as a coach. I mean, not just on the coaching staff. That's I feel. Not saying because I feel this way, but that's a lot of pressure. Just like it's a lot of pressure for Christian Parker to come to the worst defense in the league, 31st ranked defense, 30th, 31st ranked defense in the league, and try to change the defense around. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. But he was willing to take on that pressure. Mannion was willing to take on that pressure. That's why this season, I'm so looking forward to this season because it's going to be very interesting. When it comes to first-time, it's a lot of first-time coordinators throughout the NFL this season. Yeah, defensively and offensively. So it's very interesting. But not saying that Sean Mannion cannot coach. I don't know, but y'all in the NFC East, anxious to see how it goes. Now I do know that he's gonna bring that same type of offense that he had in Green Bay. It killed us.
But I also see it as him. So he brought in, just like how Christian Parker brought in his coaches. We had a few that we kept, but he also brought in his guys. One thing that's going to be different about this season is since that 2022 season, when we lost Shane Steichen, Nick Sirianni had his hands on the offense. Like in some capacity, he had his hands on the offense. Once we got Vic Fangio, that's Vic Fangio's defense. Everybody he hires, brings in, these are all Vic Fangio's hires. The fact that we're now doing that on the offensive side of the ball, that's what builds confidence in me that we're doing that. So,
I was just gonna ask that question. So when Sean Mannion came in, was he able to hire his own staff?
Yeah, so I say it's 50-50. Okay. It's 50-50. So we have the same wide receiver coach. We have the same running back coach. Pass game coordinator is Gazard, who was with the Tampa Bay Bucks. So we got him. We got Frazier Parks, who's our quarterback coach. And also, I forgot his name right now, but he worked with C.J. Stroud his freshman year. his rookie year. My bad. He worked for CJ Stroud his rookie year, and he's on the staff too. So one thing that's coming into this season is just like how you said, how I feel like Jalen's under pressure, but not under pressure. I think what we're doing is we're putting pressure on Jalen to become better, rather than either do this or you're out.
It's more of a you got to prove everybody wrong.
That's oh yeah, he's definitely gonna do that.
That's the pressure that Jalen Hurts has on him at this particular time, proving it, because y'all say that he's the most scrutinized quarterback in the league. Would you agree?
Yeah. Do you agree?
Well, I would say if he has a Super Bowl, so he's scrutinized a lot, and as a Super Bowl winner, a Super Bowl quarterback really don't in the past don't have that much scrutiny, but he's taking a lot. So yeah, he is being scrutinized a whole lot. But Dak too. But Dak scrutinized him being scrutinized is based off Dak. It's based off him and as a team what we've done. So it's two totally different things. But both of them has pressure this season. Dak has pressure because Dak needs to at least get to an NFC championship. At least an NFC championship. At least.
And how long are you giving him to get you to
this the last year? This is the last year for me.
This the last year?
I say this over and over again, even on my channel. I ain't been. Look, I didn't want to give Dak his first contract. I didn't want to give him his second contract. Didn't want to give him no goddamn no trade clause. What the fuck? No, I didn't. Didn't want to give him neither one of the contracts, neither one of the no trade clause. But he's the quarterback. Bruh, you have to do this. That's why I love this season, because we have a very tough schedule.
Yeah, y'all do.
And you can't go out there just looking to just pass the ball and do this and do that and think it's going to get you back. No, this season has to be Dak's not best season stat wise, but best season for us being smart with the ball. Sometimes you cannot check out of certain plays just because you want to throw the ball. Sometimes you have to. A lot of those plays wasn't based off Schottenheimer calling those plays. A lot of those plays, Dak checked out of those plays to a pass. But you have to trust your run game. Our offensive line is more made to run block than they are pass blocking.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So would you, and like I said, this isn't trolling, but I'm just curious. Would you rather see Dak be better of a decision maker with the ball, like people say how Jalen Hurts is? I think Jalen Hurts is probably one of the best decision makers when it comes to controlling the ball. Like he makes the best decisions at the end of the day. Would you like to see him make better decisions like Jalen does?
I just would like to see him make better decisions in general.
In general, okay.
In general,
I'll take that.
It can't like. Them two 49er games that we played in the playoff, people, Cowboy fans might disagree. That was all Dak. It was all Dak. It's nowhere around it. It was all Dak is the reason we lost those games. The defense only allowed one touchdown. One.
What year was that?
Field goals.
What year was that first 49ers game?
I can't remember what year it was. 26, 22, 23, somewhere up in there. That last year we played the 49ers. I think it was the year before we played the Green Bay Packers. He was force feed. He was trying to force feed CeeDee Lamb. It's no way possible. The defense only allowed 7 points. And I wasn't expecting my defense to even play that good.
Yeah.
We only allowed 7 points, and the rest were field goals. That was on Dak. That was completely on Dak. The year before that, it was on Dak.
So with that, I'm looking at it like this. When we started seeing issues with Carson Wentz, it was injuries and it became locker room issues. We brought in Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was not expected to be a starter. He was expected to be a second string quarterback in case things didn't work out or in case he got injured. We got a solid number two. That was what the original plan was for Jalen. With the roster that y'all have and with the team that y'all have, why not bring in somebody to just sit back behind and maybe put a little bit of pressure on Dak
Well,
if
no,
this person could possibly be good?
because you done had two, and I blame this. I blame this on the coaches, and I blame this on Jerry. You done had too many holes that you needed to fill. You couldn't take chances on quarterbacks where you have to use your draft picks for other holes that you need to fill. Now, one thing that I can give them credit for this offseason, is they addressed a lot during the offseason before the draft.
They did. Mm-hmm.
And they ain't did that in the past. They addressed a lot in the offseason before the draft. But they still had holes to fill because you're bringing in Christian Parker as a new defensive coordinator. And with the worst defense in the league, you have to address that defense. But in the past, if you address what you need to address in the offseason, then you probably could have took a quarterback in the second or third round. But we had so much to address within this team from the draft, and Jerry, he's to blame because he felt like that we can draft these players to fill this hole. We don't got to go in the offseason and pick up this player or that player. I don't, and I'm not gonna even completely blame it on Jerry because Stephen Jones is worse than Jerry. I heard 1980 Cowboys say that on y'all stream. I've been saying you've been saying the same thing on the Next Level Sports Lounge.
What is it? What is it about the Sun? I don't pay that much attention when it comes to like the
He's
office.
cheaper.
Okay.
When Jerry Jones brought in Deion Sanders, he was mad at Jerry. He checked him up against the wall. He did not want to pay Deion Sanders. He is cheap, bro.
Okay.
And a lot of people say they ready for for Jerry Jones pass away. I don't look. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna enjoy Jerry Jones while he's still here because when his son take over, when Stephen Jones, I'd rather his daughter take over. Stephen Jones is way cheaper than his daddy. His daddy take chances. Stephen Jones believe in his mind that he can build a team based off how he wants to build his team. That's Stephen Jones.
So you said a lot of moves were made this offseason. Do you think that was more Stephen Jones or Jerry Jones wanting to make these changes?
I think it was Jerry Jones allowing Brian Schottenheimer to sit down with Christian Parker and allow Christian. You bringing in a defense coordinator who has never called plays. Okay, all right, he's never called plays, and he was highly touted as a when it comes to teaching. You can't bring in a defensive coordinator who's never called plays to the worst defense in the league and not give him the ammo that he needs in order for him to be successful. I don't think none that has happened in this offseason was Jerry or Steven. I think he's allowing and Mike McCarthy had chances to take over and do these same things, but he didn't. Schottenheimer is tied to Dak Prescott's contract, and you done brought in Christian Parker, who has never called plays. You have to change the shit up. And Jerry Jones said it in the interview. Like, he couldn't keep bringing in defensive coordinators or offensive coordinators who has been head coaches. That's what he's been doing. He had to change it up. Jerry Jones said this in the interview. He had to change it up. So now he's allowing Schottenheimer. Look, you tied us to 2030. Your contract is tied to Dak Prescott's contract. So we have to allow you to do you. Period. Christian
Mm.
Parker, this is what you need in order for you to be successful. Okay, what do you need? We're gonna go get what you need. They tried to get Max Crosby.
Yeah.
They was trying to do. They tried to get N'Kobe Dean. They tried to get Quay Walker. They tried to get Devin Lloyd. They trying to get Christian Parker everything that he possibly needs in order for him to be successful. They allow Christian Parker to pick his own staff.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Jones didn't know these people from Georgia or
Yeah.
SM. He didn't know these.
And they're good coaches too. Like I looked them up. Like they're good coaches and they got a good background. So I'm like I said, I'm more curious to see what y'all's defense is going to look like. But when it comes back to Dak, one thing that always makes me very hesitant about Dak is his injury history. Like his injury history. That's why I'm saying, why not have somebody back there that is a capable backup quarterback? Kind of going back to the quarterback spot of it, just because that injury history is real. Like and he is getting older, so that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah,
That,
do you have
that,
anything on
that's why they brought in Sam Howell. Joe Milton is more of a project player. It's somebody that they're trying to develop. Brian Schottenheimer, Clayton Adams. They're trying to develop him. He has a strong one. I haven't seen an arm like that since Michael Vick. He has a very
I watched him back in Tennessee.
yeah, he has a very fucking strong arm, but his accuracy is terrible. His accuracy is terrible. So that they're trying to develop him. That's why they brought in Sam Howell because he was a starter for the Commanders.
Yeah.
And he had then 4,000 yards passing, but he also led the league in interceptions.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, he's more of a if you had a situation to where that got hurt right now and you're still trying to win games, you play Sam Howell. Play Sam Howell for 1 or 2 games. You play Sam Howell. He's proven. Joe Milton has yet to be proven. He has to be developed.
This is the second year with y'all or third?
Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna be his 3rd year.
It's gonna be his 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think, or you just haven't seen any film of him yet, just with his progression?
Well, you saw 1 year. You saw 1 year where he was with New England. I think this is his 3rd year, might be his 2nd. But you saw 1 year with him when he was with the New England Patriots. Yeah, I think he played the last 1 or 2 games. But I mean,
I just mean with the Cowboys.
Those games.
I mean, since he's been with the Cowboys, have you seen any progression? No, just the same.
No.
Okay.
No, I would have got rid of him. I would have got rid of him this season. I would have. What they see and what I see, I mean, I'm not a coach. I'm not a scout. I'm not someone who develop players. So they might see something different. But me, I would have been got rid of him. He hasn't shown me anything, period. Preseason is where you shine. Look, come on now. You playing to get players that's trying to make teams. Yeah, you playing against players that's trying to make the team. Like that's where you're supposed to shine. And I ain't seen anything to where I'll be like, look, let's keep Joe Milton. No, he hasn't shown me anything.
Wow. Okay. So it's kind of all relying on Dak when you think about it. Like when you sit back and think about it, you kind of really rely on everything on Dak and his production this offseason. I mean, this season. Yeah. Because if you don't have a solid backup, that's kind of it after that. And that defense can get better. So, okay.
Basically, yeah, you strictly relying on Dak Prescott. And it I don't want to say it, but I ain't gonna say it. You relying on Dak.
Hey, we here, bro.
You don't know. We actually don't. We don't know. Dak Prescott's getting older.
Yeah.
You know.
How old is he?
I mean, huh?
How old is he? 32?
30. I think Dak be 32 this year.
Okay.
He's getting older. 31, 32. He's getting older. And hey, that body is not the same.
No, especially
It's
those
not the
injuries.
same.
Like
Yeah.
that's why I said those injuries are serious. Like what made Dak a threat back when he first came in was his legs.
Yeah, and he
He was
stopped using
utilizing
it.
his legs. Now he's very hesitant to run the ball. So
Yeah, that came from that New York Giants game when
yeah.
he actually, broke his shit.
Mm,
I don't knock him for it, but I also see where he's looking to pass the ball, and if he just take 5 steps, you got the first down. He's
mm,
very hesitant, like you said. He's been very hesitant. I just He has to be smart with the ball in 2026. He has to be smart with the ball. His decision making, everything. This schedule he had, and this schedule is gonna dictate what we expect and how we think this team is gonna move going forward if we make it to the playoffs.
mm.
You know, it's all about this schedule is gonna tell a lot. That's
So
why I
you're
love
looking
it.
a
I
lot to
love it.
rely on the run more than the pass going into this season.
They got to get more creative with their run game.
Yeah.
Schottenheimer has to be more creative with his run game. You can't just think that you can just run up the middle and plow. You wearing your running back down doing that. You got to
Yep.
be more creative with your run game. You got to run to the outside. You got to do sweeps. You got to do screens. You got to be more creative with your run game. And I ain't talking about putting CD Lamb in the backfield. Don't do this shit no more. He got
Yeah.
hurt because you putting your star receiver in the backfield. Stop. If you want to put a receiver in the backfield, use Kevontae Turpin.
Yeah,
He's that
that's
gadget
true.
player. He's that
Yeah.
gadget player. Don't put CD Lamb back there. But Shotty has to be more creative with his run plays. He has to be more creative with his pass plays, but mainly his run plays.
Mm.
Your run game has to be, and it's not just on Shotty. That's on Clayton Adams too. Your offensive line, I'm telling you, our offensive line is they're better at run blocking than they are at pass blocking.
So it's going to be
Plain and
hard for them for a team that has an elite pass rusher or edge rusher. Do
it,
you see them struggling? Because I know y'all are talking about Tyler Guyton and how he's not 100% there yet either. So is
well,
that a big concern for you?
well, I don't know. I don't know. I like Tyler Guyton. I'm giving him another year. I wish he hadn't got hurt last season. Because he
You
was
know he was
progressing.
supposed to go to Philly, right?
Who, Tyler Guyton?
Yeah, we were supposed to pick him up.
Oh, y'all was gonna draft him?
Yeah, because
I didn't know
Lane Johnson was mentoring him all offseason for like 2 years.
Well,
He was
I
mentoring
think that
him.
he's
Yeah.
a better right tackle than he is left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I thought they was gonna get rid of Steele this
Mm-hmm.
offseason and move him to right tackle. He's a much better right tackle. But then that means we would have had to move Tyler Smith over to left tackle, and then we would have had to get a guard or move Cooper Beebe over to left guard and get a center.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of moving around.
There's a
There's a
lot of
lot
moving
of people
pieces.
on
Yeah.
the offensive line moving around, and they didn't want to do that. I think he is a better right tackle, not left tackle.
Okay.
But they drafted him to be a left tackle, thinking that he would be better, that he would be good at left tackle. I like the fact that we got what's my boy Tyler
Tyler Booker.
no, not Tyler Booker. I got a brain freeze right now.
There's like three
Our
different
all pro,
players, right?
our Hall of Fame left tackle that retired, Tyler.
Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith, he's working with him.
Who is it? Tyler Smith.
Not Tyler Smith. No, not Tyler Smith. He retired.
I think I know who you talk. I know who you're talking about though.
I can't believe I can't say his name.
I'm
No,
looking
yeah.
at the comments in case somebody else. Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith,
Okay.
not Tyler. Tyron Smith. My
Mhm.
bad. He's working with him this offseason. He's in our practices. He's working with him this offseason. I think
Okay.
that's a plus. I think that's a plus for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a major plus for him. He's showing him how he should move, how his hands should go, how his feet should go. Like this is what Tyron Smith is doing with him this offseason. He ends our practices with his speech. I love the fact that he's there helping Tyler Guyton, and it's strictly
Okay.
for Tyler Guyton.
So, as we're talking about your offensive line, how do you feel your offensive line goes head to head with our defensive line, with Jalix Hunt, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Gennard right there, who we just picked up from the Vikings? I'm looking at Gennard. He's a vet, which is good, bringing in a vet. He only had 3 sacks last year, but that's due to injury. But he had 12 sacks, then 3 sacks. So, like, he has production, and he's known for putting on pressure. So, how do you feel y'all match up with this Eagles defensive line?
I fear more of who's coming off the edge than anything. I trust the guards in the center when it comes to Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, and Tyler Booker working together in the middle. I trust that. It's just the outside when it comes to Terrence Steele and Tyler Guyton. That's the thing that makes me nervous. Who's coming from the outside? Whether it's Jalix Hunt, whether it's Jonathan Grenard, it doesn't matter who's coming from the outside. That's what makes me like kind of scared when it comes to the outside.
And that's why I don't want to get rid of Nolan Smith, because Nolan Smith can give you production. He just has a long injury history. And they're talking about making him trade bait for the Max Crosby trade. I'm kind of with you. I don't feel like this defense needs Max Crosby. But, yeah, it'll be good to have him. But I don't feel like we need him. I think with Nolan Smith, Yeti, I believe, that we picked up from the Falcons, Nolan, Gennard, Jalix Hunt, those in rotation, I think that's a good enough pass rush. Like, the only goal we're trying to do is put on pressure. And you know that Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis both get double teamed, because all they're doing up front is just helping out our linebackers for what they're really trying to do. I'm more excited for what Jahad Campbell's going to do.
I was just going to ask that question because Jahad Campbell is kind of in the same boat as Donovan Ezewaka, because both of them came out the same draft. Both of them was the highest sack leaders in college, coming out of college. So they both are in the same category when it comes to this season. You know, I had on my last live stream, I was talking to Drew. He was texting me. I'm like, well, you know, Jahad Campbell didn't have no sacks. He only had 40 solo tackles. I'm like, so it's yet to be seen from him, just like it's yet to be seen when it comes to Donovan Ezewaka, who had 2.5 sacks. You know, but he had to become and I'm glad he went through this little stint on the Eberflus, because he learned how to stop the run. He learned how to be a run defender under Eberflus, because we couldn't stop the fucking run. But he learned how to be a run defender when it came to stopping the run. And I like that he went through that situation in order for him to get to where he's at. And now he's coming from the edge as an outside linebacker, which fits him better because it's how he was when he was at Boston College.
Yeah, he was a beast at Boston. Yeah. No, I'm looking at that, and you got Zach Bond right there too. And we got Jeremiah Trotter just sitting in the back wing in case Jahad Campbell gets injured. I know Jahad Campbell's currently recovering from shoulder surgery. So he's not expected to start till late in camp. So I'm looking to see what type of production he's having, because one thing I'll tell you is when we had Zach Bond and when we had Jahad Campbell, it was a good defense because they could both drop back. But when it came to stopping the run with those linebackers, we weren't doing a very good job with that. It's when Nakobe Dean came back and we started stopping the run. So ideally, I wanted to keep Nakobe Dean on the team because we were really good at stopping the run because of that. So it's going to be – I'm more curious to see how Zach Bond, Jahad Campbell, and Trotter are going to be those linebackers to help stop the run going into this season.
Do
Because
you
that was
know?
the big issue.
Do you know who Duke Manningweather is?
No.
He's like BT Jordan is a pass rush specialist.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So Duke Manningweather is an offensive line specialist. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He's been working with the Cowboys, and I saw him on one of the guys I watched. Shout out to Botch Lombardi and Brian Broadus. Uh, he said that Zach Bond is the best, smartest linebacker in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to say that, you have to go back and watch the film on Zach Bond. Zach
Yeah.
Bond moved smart. He wasn't like that when he was with the Saints.
Nah, he was more of special teams.
Yeah, special teams with the Saints. He never really got his chance with the Saints.
No.
But he is a smart player. And when we brought in Jack Sanborn last year, Matt Eberflus, he was looking for that. He was looking for Jack Sanborn to be like a Zach Bond, but he couldn't even stay on the field. He couldn't stay healthy. But that's why I would love to have. You have to have that type of smarts when it comes to your middle linebacker. You have to. You have to have that type of player when it comes to your middle linebacker. And we haven't had that. We moved.
Do you think Dee Winters is that guy for y'all?
I don't know. Fred Warner spoke highly about him. Warner spoke highly about him. I don't know. I don't know how he would be as a green dot player. I don't know how he would fit in his defense. I don't know. Like that's another thing that's yet to be seen. He's quick. He's fast. But just because you're fast don't mean that you're gonna produce.
No, that's true.
I would love to see it. I can't answer that. I don't know. I've watched a ton of film on D Winters, and I like what I see. Well, I like what I saw, but I don't know how it would be in this scheme under Christian Park. I just don't know. I would love for it to be that way, and I don't. Me personally, I'm kind of when it comes to the middle linebackers, I'm very skeptical about when it comes to, like I said, DeMarion Overshown can't stay healthy. Then you got D Winters coming into a situation where he has to be the guy if he's to start the middle linebacker. That's why I want Jordan Brooks. I think Jordan Brooks.
Would you kind of put question marks there with the linebackers?
The middle linebackers,
and Lee went okay.
Yeah.
So question marks, linebackers, and then kind of as we go up, you got your cornerbacks and your safeties. I know with us, I feel like we brought in Tariq Woolen to stop y'all. That's my honest opinion. I feel like that's why we brought in Tariq Woolen because we see what CeeDee Lamb can do, and now y'all brought in George Pickens. Us bringing in a Tariq Woolen is going to be a good compliment to Quinyon and Coop. So I'm good to see that matchup. Excited to see that. Y'all's wide receivers versus our cornerbacks. Not secondary, actually.
That's gonna be a very physical. They're gonna when it comes to our receivers and y'all corners, especially when it comes to Tyreek Woolen, probably is gonna be on George Pickens, and that's gonna be a matchup to watch because it's gonna be a lot of shit talking,
a lot of trash talking,
a lot.
Who's gonna get the flag first? That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
but
so.
I don't think it would be dictated based off our receivers. Our tight end is gonna have to step up.
Who you got? Jake Ferguson and Schoonmaker?
Schoonmaker, he's not it. I don't think he's gonna make the team. I don't think he's gonna make the team. I like Trigg better. I think given a chance, Trigg is gonna step up and and Brevin Spann too. But it's more of what can Ryan Floyd know? I think he's more of the X factor in this offense this year. Ryan Floyd, who came along this past season when CeeDee Lamb got hurt, he was the Robin to George Pickens, and stepped up and played fucking good. Shout out to Ryan Flournoy. Not saying that it will happen this season, but that's just what we're looking forward to. But the tight ends, Jake Ferguson, and and Span Four, I think he gonna do his thing, but it's the Trig, that guy, that motherfucker, he moves like a wide receiver.
Mm.
I think given a chance, if Ferguson, uh, something happened to Ferguson, I think that when he get his chance, he's gonna shine. It's just about when he get that chance. So right now, he probably end up being the third tight end, along with we got Hunter Lipke, who's fullback, who's used at fullback and tight end. Not like Hunter too, but I think Flournoy had it Flournoy is gonna make this offense run smooth. You got to
So
be
you want to
creative
see
with your
Dak
run.
utilize him a lot more going into this season,
He
and not
gonna
as
have
much
to.
Pickens and CD.
He gonna have to
You don't
because
you don't see Pickens as a AJ Brown type as he wants his targets.
yeah, but defense is gonna be more prepared for when it comes to George Pickens this season. So it's gonna open it up for that slot receiver. The number 3 receiver is gonna open up more for that receiver. So
Mm-hmm.
that Ryan Flournoy has to be ready
Mm-hmm.
because the schemes that when it comes to the defense that we're going to be playing against, they're going to scheme when it comes to CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. George Pickens, just like AJ Brown, is not this great route runner.
But mind you, too, a lot of defenses can't cover two elite wide receivers like that too.
Yeah,
They're getting there, but that's what made us. That's what put us up there because we just had two elite wide receivers. Now y'all got that on y'all side, so the only way to complement that is bringing in two elite cornerbacks. We just so happen to bring in two Super Bowl trophy cornerbacks. So it's
well,
like
Tyreek Woolen, he had lost his starting position.
he did, but I think him being under Vic, because Vic is a no nonsense type of DC. I don't know what Christian Parker is. It sounds he's more of a players coach, but Vic Fangio is a no nonsense. He doesn't care how much you get paid. He doesn't care about any of that. Like I know you probably heard that Bryce Huff interview that came out about how we brought in Bryce Huff and he couldn't drop back, so Vic Fangio wasn't even going to start him.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so stuff like that. If Tariq Woolen ends up being that person that just doesn't want to follow the rules and follow the way the defense needs to be played, I'm pretty sure Vic would get rid of him. But based off the news that we're getting from OTAs, he's the standout right now. He's the one that's been showing out during OTAs.
See, you need and this is the similarities that I have when it comes to Tyreek Woolen. You need him to be the Brandon Browner that Richard Sherman had on the other side when
Mm,
they was the elite defense. He reminds me of Brandon Browner. If you can get that out of him, then that's all you really need because
yeah.
you got Quinn Mitchell, you got Cooper DeJean. So with that being said, you just need him to be the Brandon Browner on the other side, and
Mhm.
that's what helped and made Seattle's defense as good as it was. But I mean, I don't when it comes to our corners,
Mhm.
it's yet to be seen. I like Siobhan Revel. I don't know um, how he gonna be this year. I think he'll be better. I feel that he's gonna be better under Christian Parker. Him and Kalen Carson's. I thought they probably get rid of Kalen Carson, but they like the fact that he's so far Christian Parker likes these press cover corners when it comes to Kalen
Okay.
Carson and Siobhan Revel. Those are
Mm,
our two best press corners. He likes them, and he's not trying to get rid of neither one of them. Um,
mm.
Siobhan Revel being his second year. Kalen Carson probably, I think he'll be in his third year.
So how
So
do you match up the secondary to the Eagles wide receivers? Right? How do you feel like that matchup is going to look?
but Kyle Lemon is yet to be seen. So I'm not
Yeah.
going to speak about him.
I'm hoping
Uh,
he's more of a Wes Welker type. or Julian Edelman.
That's a
What
plus.
I'm kind of
If he can
focused.
be
Yeah,
if he can be that, that's a plus.
yeah, because
Um,
that's the way that I'm looking. We're going to utilize him as he
like
can get
that.
that separation. Yeah,
If y'all can do that, then I mean, you got you a player.
yeah. Like
You
we're
got
not
you a
asking
player.
him to do everything. We just need him to just be ready. You know what I'm saying? So that's I don't think Makai Lemon is that wide receiver like two. I don't think that's our wide receiver two. I think he's our Wes Welker that we have right now. And going into next draft, that's where we probably are going to pick up our next top wide receiver.
I think that when it's two receivers on your team that's going to dictate everything when it comes to your other receivers, and it's Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert.
Mm-hmm.
With how they move and what they are able to do when it comes to a game throughout the whole game. What they're able to do or what they're not able to do is going to dictate what the other receivers are able to do because when it comes to your pass game, those are your X factors that can open up for Hollywood Brown deep or Wicks deep or however
Mm-hmm.
way Makai Lemon underneath, however way. But those two are to me when it comes to your offense, when it comes to the passing game, can open it up for everybody else,
Yeah,
along
like
with Saquon Barkley.
this is probably the deepest wide receiver room that we've had since Jalen Hurts has been a quarterback with us because you got we named Devontae, Wicks, Lemon, Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, Dallas Goddard. Then you got Eli Stowers, and then you got people like Johnny Wilson still out there. So that's why I'm looking at it as utilize all these players. If we come out and we utilizing every wide receiver and every tight end that we got, I think that's what's going to be. It's going to take away the what was the word they were using on our offense? Uh, they were just saying how obvious what we were going to do. It everybody knew it was either going to go to AJ Devontae or we're just going to run it to Saquon. And I think Saquon's actually going to be. I see Saquon getting at least 1,800 all-purpose yards. That's running and catching. So I see they're going to be
I mean, he can do that.
utilizing Saquon. Yeah, so like utilizing Saquon in that too, and that's the excitement, but also the curiosity that us as Eagles fans have. We have all these weapons now. How are we going to utilize them? And how is Jalen going to be able to spread the ball to each one? And these receivers are also going to be receivers that aren't going to be selfish about not getting the ball. Devontae Smith is not selfish. Devontae Smith, he'll be fine with 30 yards a game, and everybody else is eating. So, like, that's what we're glad that we have. So it's predictability, Tiffany. Thank you. So that takes away the predictability of our offense. And
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, I'm listening to you.
So when it comes to okay, do you when it comes to Christian Parker, and
Mm,
he's been on the field with you guys. He's been in
yeah,
you guys locker room. He may know your strengths. He may know your weaknesses. Do you think that will help when it comes to how we game plan? When it comes, because to me the rivalry is the Cowboys and Eagles.
yeah,
Is
all
no
day.
other better rivalry. That's the rivalry. So do you think with him, how you think that with him being our defense coordinator, do you think that it would he got a upper hand on that or not?
I
How you
think
feel
to an
about that?
extent, as far as behaviors with like Devontae Smith, how does Devontae Smith react under certain situations? If it's a deep ball, what route it's going to be? But I also think bringing in Sean. That's why I said it gets offset with bringing in Sean Mannion because you bringing him in, and hell, they don't even know what they're going to be running, Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't even know what they're going to run, like that tells you a lot. So how's Christian Parker may know habits or like Jalen Hurts' little habits that he may have, but who knows? Sean Mannion may coach him out of that. Sean Mannion may make him utilize that for something else. Like we really don't know. So I think it, like I said, it all depends on this offensive line. But who who do you feel like Christian Parker can say, hey, if you want to win this game against the Eagles, focus on this guy, or always double team this guy, have eyes on this? Like, we don't know. Like, we could play y'all and it'd be a Tank Bigsby game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we really don't, who knows what's going to happen? So, I think that's what takes it away from the upper hand that I feel like some Cowboy fans felt like they would have bringing them in. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
And I didn't look at it as being the upper hand. Look. I just want Christian Parker to come here and be great. Like, I don't give a damn. We beat y'all by half a point. I don't give a damn. We beat every team in the NFL by half a point. I just want to win. Dak needs to get to an NFC Championship, Super Bowl, however way. He needs to win in the playoffs, and that's just how I look at it. And if he don't get there this season, you can't. I can't talk about other quarterbacks and not speak about mine.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
You have to win, my guy. You have to win.
Well, that's what we've been, and I think that's the biggest thing as Eagles fans that separates us from a lot of other fan bases. We understand the stats, we understand all that, but at the end of the day, think about it. How long has it been since the Eagles haven't been to the Super Bowl? How many years was it? So they've seen so many years where they lost, and they probably had the yards. It's all about winning right now. Like, we don't care how many yards, what it looks like. We just want to win.
And you want to know something? I got killed before. Not on my podcast, but talking to other Cowboys fans. And when I told them, like, when y'all got rid of Wentz, y'all was willing to take a chance. You're gonna have to go through the ugly stage. Whether Dak wins or go to an NFC Championship or win a Super Bowl or not, you're gonna need another quarterback. You're gonna have to go through that ugly stage in order to find you another quarterback. Y'all went through the ugly stage.
When Jalen Hurts stage lasted what, 2 seasons?
Yeah, 2. Oh, I think I would say 1.5 seasons. Like, the first season, he didn't even play the full season. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he played the full season.
He played the, I want to say, last 5-6 games.
What was the season when they got put out by Tampa Bay in the playoffs?
We got put out by Tampa Bay twice in the playoffs.
No,
so that was
the first time they got put out.
Yeah, that was 2021.
Yeah, the first time they got put out. Like, you have to go through that ugly stage in order. If you get rid of your quarterback, whether Dak is here or not, you're gonna have to go through the ugly stage, and that's what Cowboy fans are afraid of. Going through that, you're gonna have to go through the ugly stage.
Now that's why I'm gonna keep going back to this. The only reason why we went through that ugly stage, and it only was a season and a half, like you said, because we had another quarterback already there. Jalen got drafted during Doug Peterson.
But y'all didn't draft until like the 3rd round, right? 3rd, 4th round?
Second. Yeah, we got Jalen Hurts the 2nd round. Yeah, so we brought him in the 2nd round to be that backup, and then that 2020 season, we benched Carson Wentz and let Jalen just start the last 6 games. So, like, we were already, as fans, we were already getting just a tease of what Jalen was doing. Like,
the Cowboys ain't been willing to do that, though. They ain't been willing to take that chance, take that type of chance in drafting a quarterback in the 2nd round when they had other holes that they need to fill. That's the crazy thing about it. And I agree with you. They probably should have drafted instead of taking a Cooper Rush in the later rounds. Like, they probably should have done it, but they wasn't willing to do that. And
now. And I'm gonna add to that. So look at these teams right now that are bringing in these quarterbacks, and they're having to go through a rotation of quarterbacks. What we're starting to notice right now in the league is if you're a rookie coming out of college and you're starting, they expect you to be productive. They expect you to get some type of results.
Yeah.
If y'all go through that spell of y'all wait until the very end to where y'all say y'all are done with Dak with no backup plan, y'all are going to go through that rotation a lot longer. That's my only thing with that. Like we see, the Jets still haven't found a quarterback. Broncos just found theirs. There's a lot of teams just trying to figure out their quarterback right now.
They're gonna have to go through those stages just like they did when Troy Aikman left and Bill Parcells brought in Quincy Carter, who they thought that Quincy Carter would be our quarterback, but he didn't pan out too well. And you went from Quincy Carter, you went through Vinny Testaverde. Like you're gonna have to go through those ugly stages.
How long was that gap in between? I'll just be honest, in between Troy Aikman and Tony Romo, because Tony Romo was that guy that was getting y'all.
Yeah, you brought in Drew Bledsoe before Tony Romo. Tony Romo was on the bench, and Tony Romo was a Sean Payton guy. Payton vouched for Tony Romo. Sean Payton was in Bill Parcells' ear when it came to Tony Romo. So that was all Sean Payton. Drew Bledsoe was the quarterback. Drew Bledsoe, he just held the ball. He just held the ball. He didn't get rid of the ball. He just held the ball. So when the Drew Bledsoe got hurt, Tony Romo came in and Tony Romo made the difference when it came to the team. So when Tony Romo came and this team that Dak took over was Tony Romo's team. This team,
yeah, I've heard Cowboy fans say that. Yeah.
If Bill Parcells was still the coach, if Bill Parcells was still the coach of the team when Tony Romo got hurt, and this team was built for Tony Romo, Bill Parcells left the season when Tony Romo fumbled the ball. After that season, he fumbled the ball against Seattle in the playoffs. Bill Parcells left. If Bill Parcells was still the coach that following season, ain't no telling how it would have went that season.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he left. And I heard somebody say that in an interview that Bill Parcells said his biggest regret is leaving the Cowboys that following season. His biggest regret, because we went 13-3 that following season under Jason Garrett as first-time head coach. It would have been totally different with Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
And I really, truly feel that way. It would have been totally different. I ain't never been a Jason Garrett fan. Didn't like them, how they did Wade Phillips. I don't like none of that. They sabotaged that man. He was one of the best. He still is one of the best defensive coordinators. He's not a good head coach.
No, I agree with that with Bill Parcells, yeah. Because he had Lawrence Taylor back in the day. So that's that alone. But no, I'm just looking at it, and maybe that's a question for Cowboy fans to all have a conversation about. I'm just looking at it from the outside in, and I live out in close to Arlington, and talking to Cowboy fans out here, their biggest thing is they like everything that's happening. They liking the moves. They liking Christian Parker.
It's Dak.
Yeah, it's Dak and it's Jerry. That's what they say is their main concerns is Dak and Jerry. I think a little bit of that is because Dak lives out here, so they hear a little bit more than the people that don't live out near the stadium. I think that's anywhere you go with any team, but a lot of them are just ready for them to just change up.
I'm an hour and a half away from you, and I'm in Tyler, Texas, and I hear the same thing. Everything, they don't like Dak. They do not like Dak. They don't like Jerry Jones, like you said. But my thing is, he ain't going nowhere within the next 2 or 3 years.
You saying Dak's not going anywhere, or Jerry?
Neither one of them.
Yeah, he's like,
neither one of them.
So that's why it's good that y'all are seeing changes on the defensive side, and that's why I think the moves that y'all have made right now, I think they're good moves to show that we're willing to change. We're willing to change. We're not going to stay stagnant in what we got. I think this upcoming draft, there's going to be so many standout players coming in to where I think that's where the moves are going to be made. Because think about it. With these draft picks coming in, there's going to be a lot of players that are going to get released too.
Yeah.
So why not let them get those draft picks? We can pick up some free agents or some players that are getting released. So I think a lot of teams are looking at it that way too. We can't just look at the drafts and say that's all that we need. Like there's a lot more. And that's for us too. Like I truly think that we're gonna have Tariq Woolen for this 1 year. After that, he's gonna be gone. But as long as we keep Coop and we got Quinyon, we can bring in another corner on the opposite side for a 1 year deal. We can keep that rotation going. So it's like, what are y'all doing on y'all's end? Because I know y'all got Caleb Downs. I think Caleb Downs was a good move. That was definitely a good move to pick up Caleb Downs. So now it's on the secondary, building that secondary around Caleb Downs. So who's next? Like y'all gonna pick up a cornerback next in the draft? Like where's your focus kind of at when it comes to positions going into next year? Well, that 2027 draft.
It most definitely has to be a corner. Unless Deron Bland, Kalen Carson, Siobhan Revel, unless they show something different, it has to be a corner. I like Jalen Thompson as a safety from Arizona. Him and Caleb Downs paired with each other. I love the combination. So you're gonna have to look at, if not middle linebacker, you will have to look at corner. I'm when it comes to the I'm very, very skeptical when it comes to the middle linebacker because I don't know how Demarion Overshaw would be healthy. But yeah, corner, you're gonna have to look at that position. Trayvon not there. And you got, like I said, Deron Bland having the foot issues. You need corners. You need corners. I think that when it comes to our pass rush, will be. I love it better than what other people like it. Everybody say we need edge rushers, but you can't have a edge rusher in the 3-4 without that edge rusher who is also outside linebacker being able to play coverage. So you can't put anybody at the outside linebacker because they got to be able to rush and they got to be able to play in coverage also. That's my thing when it comes to the edge rushers that everybody says that the Cowboys need, because you're speaking about the outside linebacker position in the 3-4 or nickel 3-3-5 nickel. That's all based off outside linebackers being able to play in coverage. Certain parts of coverage when it comes to a match or a zone, that outside linebacker has to be able to play in those different schemes when it comes to the 3-4 or the nickel. So we can't just put any pass rusher on the outside and expect that outside linebacker to be successful. Period. You're not going to be able to do that because they might be a great pass rusher, but once you drop that linebacker out in coverage, what is he able to do? That's why I said that Myles Garrett is a great talent. He would have got pass rushes all day. But what if you not having him pass rush, he's dropping back in coverage. James Houston, he's used to dropping back. He dropped back in coverage in college. If I'm not mistaken, James Houston played for Colorado under Dion.
You might be right on that.
I think James Houston played in college under Dion.
Everybody in the chat, can y'all look that up? We can find that out real quick. So I like that you brought up Myles Garrett. So I remember you had a show as soon as they made that pick, and a lot of people were putting the Rams up there when it came to top defense in the NFC. Where do you put the Eagles defense? Not Cowboy fan, just Lloyd. Where do you put the Eagles defense, and why do you put them there? I'm just curious.
Y'all defense right now?
Our defense right now.
you have to put y'all defense tops because y'all proven.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, your defense is proven.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take that away from y'all. I
Mm-hmm.
would never take. Look, I wish my defense was playing like our defense. Your
Mm-hmm.
defense been in the top 5 for the last 3-4 years,
Mm-hmm.
if not longer. I wish my defense was that way.
Yeah.
The Rams look good on paper. Of course they do. You got to
Yeah.
look at what they picked up. So you can't knock the Rams on
Oh
what
no,
they've
no, no,
done,
never. Yeah.
what they picked up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But proven wise, I like Seattle's defense. They was a physical defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Your defense didn't lose y'all games. Your offense, other than when the Cowboys came back, but your offense won
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Your offense lost y'all games. If you want to really be, you know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that. Some plays that were made, it was have you
Your defense
scratching your head at
played
the end.
their ass
Yeah.
off. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Y'all had y'all look. Like I said, I wish I had their defense working in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, that's what we getting this season. But your defense right now,
Give me a
I
number.
mean,
Just give me a number.
what I think y'all defense will rank this coming up season.
Yeah, like let's like if we were to look at defense, like me personally, I put the Texans at 1. I put the Texans at 1 when it comes to defense.
I agree.
And I would probably put the Broncos at 2. The Broncos defense, I would put them at 2. When it comes to that 3 slot, you can put multiple teams in there. But
See,
I would,
see,
what's
Warren,
up?
it's hard. It's hard. The only thing that y'all were lacking this past, and I'm gonna be real. The only thing that y'all were lacking this past season was sacks. Your
Yeah.
secondary played their ass off.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that y'all was lacking, and teams got a few runs on y'all, but y'all got the pass rush, but didn't get the sacks. That was the only thing
Yeah.
that was I feel that it was lacking when it came to y'all defense. This is why y'all was so happy. This is why y'all didn't and I ain't gonna say y'all was so happy, but it didn't bother y'all to let Jalen Phillips go. It
Yeah.
was you got the pass rush, but you didn't get the sacks that y'all was looking for, that y'all so used to getting. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Philip was the band-aid. And one big thing is I think the way that Vic Fangio schemes this defense, it's not about sacks, it's just about pressure. As long as if we're putting pressure on that quarterback and we got the cornerbacks doing their job, it's going to cause for a mistake to happen. It's going to cause for a mistake.
So
So we
y'all
didn't really even get that many interceptions
so
either.
y'all got the pressure. So with that being said, you said it's about just getting the pressure. Y'all got the pressure. So
Yeah,
would you blame more of everything on what the offense wasn't able to do?
I would put yes, and the reason why I say that is because when your offense is going 3 and out, and your defense was just out there for what 8-10 minutes, and then they have to go right back out there, you're tiring out the defense. There's not enough rotations to keep them refreshed while they're out there. So when we're doing that, we're tiring out our defense. Like Chicago Bears game was a prime example. That Bears game on Black Friday, that was a prime
Right.
example. We like the way we were playing, we were tiring out our defense so fast, and we can't have that. So now that we got pass rushers out there, and we like Adoree Jackson got better as the season prolonged, but when you get a Tariq Woolen to stay out there and you're applying pressure, that's what's crazy. Like that's what we're trying to do right now at this point. We're trying to apply pressure while we have these good secondaries, so it causes the quarterback to make a mistake. So I think going into this year, those sacks that you're talking about we didn't see, you're going to see a lot more sacks. And if Quinion can start catching the ball, we'll see a lot more interceptions too.
So do you think Grenal was a missing piece for y'all?
I think Grenard is
Because he reminds me a lot of
Grenard
Rashawn
is
Gary.
our Reddit. He's our Reddit right now. He's our Hassan Reddick. But the thing was, we could have kept Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick just didn't want to drop back in coverage. Grenard doesn't mind dropping back in coverage. Bryce Huff didn't want to drop back in coverage. So we need edge rushers that don't mind dropping back in coverage when it's necessary. So Grenard is one of those ones that can do that. And rather than just pin your ears back and go after the quarterback. Um, I'll be honest with you. I would much rather have somebody else pick up Max Crosby than we pick up Josh Sweat. Like, I would much rather bring in Josh Sweat because he's familiar with Vic's defense and he knows what's expected, and it just betters our rotation. That's kind of where I'm at with that. But I just think at the end of the day, this defense is going to be a lot better than people are expecting it. And I think that Myles Garrett move kind of puts a blanket over it. But I think people got us at least top 10.
You're gonna have to give up. You don't have to give up too much for Myles Garrett. I will put y'all in the top 10. You can't. What
I'll
else?
put us in top. I'll put us in top 10, but I think we're going to be better than that. That's just my honest opinion. I truly think we're going to be better than that. That the division that the Broncos are in, that's going to be a more competitive division, and they had a good season, so their schedule is going to be a little bit more rough too. That's one thing about these teams that did come out of nowhere, like the Seahawks, the Patriots, all them. Their schedule is going to be a little bit more rough. But like that Myles Garrett move, if they would have found a way to keep Verse and keep Myles Garrett, that would have been dangerous. That's where I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm glad we didn't get Myles Garrett and gave up Jalen Carter for him. Because that takes away the whole purpose of getting Myles Garrett.
The same way with Max Crosby, you're gonna have to give up a lot to even get him.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said I'd rather just get Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat would probably just be some draft picks and that's it.
I'm for Josh Sweat because of the scheme that even like speaking from the Cowboys side, I mean, based off the scheme that we're running, Christian Parker's scheme, he fits it. Max Crosby, you're just gonna have to give up too much, and I'm not willing to give up as much as they're asking for. I heard some rumor about trading George Pickens for Max Crosby. Why would I take away from my offense?
Exactly.
The game for my defense. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. Now you tell me I get Jordan Brooks for a second or third round draft pick, okay. If you tell me I can get Josh Sweat for a second and third round, okay. But
yeah, that's something you can work with. But
yeah,
giving up a piece like that sets your team and puts them over that edge, I feel like that's not worth it. That's why this whole trading Jalen Carter talk, or at least not paying him, that's why I don't think it makes sense, because Michael Parsons even said that they wanted to get Jalen Carter for Michael Parsons. Like, we're not going to do that. And then the Browns wanted Jalen Carter as well. So if we're holding out on making these big moves for these players to keep Jalen Carter, I can see him getting signed in the future. Like that's why I don't know why people are making a big deal about him sitting out and all that stuff. We're going to end up signing him. He's one of our core five on defense. So why give up a core five and now have to go based off a Jomo? Now we got a Jomo. Now we just relying on Jomo and Davis. That's one thing I don't want to do. As good as a Jomo is, Jalen Carter is disruptive. Like he's going to be disruptive, and you have to double team him.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Jalen Carter is a talent that don't come around often, if that makes sense. I put Quentin Williams in that same category because him coming from Alabama, he was touted just like that. So when you have defensive tackles, that comes a dime in a dozen. You ain't gonna find too many defensive tackles like that. I hated when y'all got him. I was watching the draft, and when y'all got Jalen Carter, I was pissed the fuck off. I mean, y'all got him, but I was pissed the fuck off. You don't when you have defensive tackles that can stuff to run and able to get to the quarterback, uh, that type of talent only comes every now and then. You know, I don't know. I don't know if y'all gonna sign him. I'm not in Philly. I'm not a Eagles fan.
We gonna
I
sign
don't.
him. Don't worry, you still gotta deal with him.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Hey. Do you look at him as being better than Jeffrey Simmons?
Yes. I think going into after this season, he's gonna after this season, he's probably gonna be at least top 3 defensive tackles after this season. Because we all know how this rotation goes with these players and contracts. They play outstanding to get their contract. They get paid. Some of them fall off. Some of them stay stagnant. But I think this is Jalen Carter's year, and I also think his Jordan Davis getting signed is what motivates Jalen Carter to want to tighten up and do everything the right way. Like, mind you, Jalen Carter hasn't had no outside of field issues. He hasn't had no outside of field issues. It's been strictly on the field issues or football related issues. So I think if it was something outside the field, it would bring in more question marks to not sign him. But I think by the end of this year, he's motivated and he's got a point to prove too, just like everybody else, because he's trying to get paid. So I think he'll end up being the highest paid defensive tackle.
Well, that Jeffrey Simmons situation hurt us too with Quentin Williams. This if you want to knock Jerry Jones on anything, let's knock him on not getting contracts done when he's supposed to get shit done.
Yeah.
He could have when he got Quentin Williams, even through when this offseason, he could have redid his contract and he didn't. Quentin Williams is one of the top 3 defensive tackles in the league. Here, whether it's you want to put Jalen Carter first, Jeffrey Simmons first, Quentin Williams, however way you want to do it.
Would y'all get a first round pick for him? Y'all got a first round pick
for
him,
Quentin
right?
Williams?
Yeah.
We traded away our second round draft pick in this draft that just passed, and we had to give up a first round draft pick next season.
Oh wow. Okay.
2027. So a 2 and a 1 is what they got for Quentin Williams.
Yeah. That speaks a lot. That's a lot.
So if you giving up those, you got rid of a second round and a first round draft pick, you get this motherfucker signed ASAP.
You got expectations for him. How much? When are y'all expected to re-sign him or get him or sign him?
We talking about Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones right now. So we was hoping that they just gone and sign him this offseason.
As soon as they did it, just sign him. Yeah.
You gave away too much not to re-sign him. Why would you wait till the end of this season? He can have a great season to where he more like that's the knock when it comes to Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. That's the knock that I have on them. You'll pay these motherfucker players who's having problems outside of football. Give them a chance and pay them. But you want to play, you won't go and get these deals done like with Quentin Williams. You gonna get that deal done. Now I won for George Pickens in the market, but if you're gonna pay him 34-35 million, go and pay him.
Who's his agent? Is it the same agent as Michael Parsons?
Who? George Pickens?
Yeah.
David Mullengetter?
Yeah.
It's yes and no. It's David Mullengetter's agency.
Okay.
It's what it is. It's his agency, but David Mullengetter and another agent is working on George Pickens when it comes to trying to get what he wants or what they feel that he deserves. So it's another guy. I forgot his name, Marcus something, or I might have the names mixed up, but yeah. It's David Mullengetter's agency.
Okay.
So he's the head. He's I think Demarion Overshawn might be with the agency too.
Okay. So, do you want to keep George Pickens in the long run?
Do I want to keep George Pickens? If George Pickens, yes, I do. I do.
Mm,
Uh, I ain't gonna even sugarcoat this shit. Yeah, I do. George Pickens reminds me of Dez Bryant.
mm,
Um, those type of talents you just can't. You get. But if you keep George Pickens, then you're looking at a CD Lamb issue.
that's what I was about to say next. Yeah.
You're looking at a CD Lamb issue.
And he's 88. That's 88. So
Yeah.
you don't just
So,
trade away 88s.
but the thing about CD Lamb, he can run every route tree.
Mm.
George Pickens can't. So you got to make a business decision when it comes to these two.
So
Either
what would you do, Lord, if you were the GM?
I have to keep CD Lamb over George Pickens.
So you let George Pickens walk?
You ain't gonna just let him walk. You trade him.
Yeah.
You get what you can for him while
Mm.
he's hot. You know what I'm saying? Um, George Pickens, like when it comes to he makes some of the best. I ain't seen the catches that he since Odell Beckham Jr. when he was with the Giants. Odell used to catch. Hey, you throw it this way, he's
Mhm.
9 out of 10 gonna catch it. And Odell wasn't as tall as George Pickens. George Pickens has the speed, he has the hands. Um, he that's a tough decision when it
Yeah.
comes to those two. CD Lamb, he can run every route tree in the book. I've seen him do what he did and get his contract with his number 2 receiver being Brandon Cooks or Jalen Tobin. Uh, nothing receivers. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him do this. And defense is scheming for CD Lamb. I've seen this.
Mm.
I've seen George Pickens take corners through dirt doing his thing. But I've also seen him slack. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said if he come out and do the same thing again this season, then you either pay him or you trade him. I don't want to franchise tag because we can franchise tag him again. I don't want to do that. It's going to be a cancel in the locker room.
Do you feel like he's going to be that right now with the franchise tag, or y'all like the way he's approaching it right now?
I don't think because if he be that way now, then everything that was said about him in Pittsburgh would come to light.
Season hasn't started yet.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to think about it. Right now, George Pickens, and I ain't going to say his agent, George Pickens is playing it smart. I think George Pickens is choosing to play on this franchise tag because he know that next season he's going to get an even more bigger bag than what he would have got this season.
Okay.
And I don't think it has nothing to do with his age. I think George Pickens is choosing to play because he signed the franchise tag. If he didn't want to play on the franchise tag, he wouldn't have signed it. I think he's choosing to bet on himself, just like quarterbacks do. I think he's choosing to bet on himself for a bigger bag because he hasn't, other than his rookie contract, he ain't had no bag. This 27 million that he's getting is the biggest bag he done had so far, and it's fully guaranteed. So I think he's willing to bet on himself to get a bigger bag, and I can't knock him for that. You have other players in the league who has done it. Dak did it. Dak played on the franchise tag and bet on his goddamn self. And goddamn, and he became the highest paid quarterback in the league. Like, I don't understand why, but he did.
Yeah.
So Flacco did the same thing. He bet on his fucking self. Won a
lot
fucking
of them
Super
do
Bowl.
it. They end up on the better side of things, but it's a risk he's taking. So we're gonna definitely see. We got 15 minutes before we get up out of here, Lloyd. But what I wanted to do, just to pick your brain a little bit on this schedule, I got the schedule laid out for us, and I kind of want to see how your record prediction is. What teams do you feel y'all will be? We'll kind of give you a run for your money and kind of get a record at the end of your thoughts on that, and then I'll give you mine, and we do vice versa. And I'm keeping chart over here too.
It's a fucking hard ass schedule right there, one.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You want to do Cowboys first, or you want to do Eagles first?
Let's do the Eagles first. Do the Eagles
Do the
first.
Eagles first. All right.
Because I can't. When it comes to the Cowboys, I have to be realistic in this, based off the schedule.
Yeah, we gotta be real. We real. We can't.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got Commanders coming in to Philly, first game of the season. I got a W that game. Just simply, it's gonna be an ugly W though. That's kind of where I got us. What you got us at?
That game against Washington, I got y'all having to win on that game.
Okay. Next, we got the Titans. As much as I like Cam Ward, I still think this is going to be our preseason. So it's going to be a little bit cleaner than that Washington game, but we still got a few things we got to fix, but I can see a W out of that one.
Yeah, that's a dub. I got that as a dub.
All right. Next, we got the Chicago Bears. That's going to be our get-back game. I actually think we're gonna beat the Bears, but I think we're gonna beat them because their defense is new. They don't have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson anymore. Bayard is not there anymore, and a lot of their turnovers that they received was kind of last minute, and I think it's going to be a new season for them. So I got us a W there.
I'm not a believer in Caleb Williams, so I got that as a dub for y'all.
Okay. All right. Next, we got LA. Now, just pointing out the obvious, we typically beat LA most games, but I'm gonna choose an L on this one.
Where y'all playing it?
I believe we're playing in LA.
I got that as an L.
Yeah. Okay. Then we got Jaguars. I see that as a W. That's gonna be in London. So I got a dub on that one.
Hey, this is not me trolling. I got that as an L. I like the
Got it as an L? Okay.
Yeah, I got that. I like their defense. And their defense was playing good last season too. It's just like I said on my channel, it's gonna be some wins that people didn't expect. It's gonna be some losses that people didn't expect. I got that as a L.
Okay, I got you. All right, so then we got the Panthers. I got that as a dub.
The thing about the Panthers, I don't know. Bryce Young he will have to be that's a dub. That's a dub for y'all.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it like this too. Bryce, he doesn't play well under pressure.
Yeah,
he definitely doesn't play well under pressure. So that's
I like their defense. I like their defense. It's Bryce.
Oh yeah, their defense is stacked. Yeah, defense is stacked. All right.
Yeah.
First Monday Night Football game against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You said L. You want
L.
So you say we're gonna lose in Philly?
Yeah, that's an L.
All right. Your funeral. I got a dub.
That's an L.
You probably okay. All right. All right. So Commanders, we typically tie with them at times, but I think the Commanders got so much stuff they're trying to fix to where that's a dub for me.
I don't think y'all will beat them twice. So I got y'all to win on the first one. I'll say that's an L.
L, okay. So right now we were on, so that was 8. So right now I got us. Yeah. Yeah. So you got us. So you got us 4.
I think I gave you 3 losses so far.
Yeah, you gave me 3 losses so far. And so yeah, so you got us 5-3.
Yeah.
I got us 5-1 right now. All right. I mean, my bad. I got us.
No, I think I gave you
My
4
bad.
losses.
I got 7-1. My bad.
I said Rams, Jacksonville, us, and Washington. There should be 4 losses.
Oh, so you got us. Okay, so you got us 4-4.
Yeah, there should be 4 losses that I
All
gave
right.
you.
Okay, got you. All right. Next, we got Washington. I mean, we got the New York Giants. That's going to be our first game playing them. I think that game is going to be. I believe that's in New York.
Oh, that's a
So
dub for y'all.
I got that as a dub just because it's Saquon. So
Yeah, I got that as a dub for y'all too.
okay. Then we got the bye week. After bye, we got the Steelers. I think Steelers going through something right now. They going through something. So I got us 9-1. Where you got us up?
I got y'all winning that game. Yeah, I agree with you on the Steelers.
Okay. And then Cowboys. Now we're gonna come in your house.
L.
What's
That's
what's that? What's that Kirk Cousins said? Come in your trap, take. We're gonna be like Dave Chappelle. Fuck your couch.
No, that's
On
an L for
Thanksgiving.
y'all. That's an L for y'all.
Saquon said he wants to know what it's like getting that turkey leg on Thanksgiving. So,
But he ain't gonna find out this Thanksgiving. That's an L for y'all.
all right. Okay, next we got the Cardinals. That's the game I'm actually gonna be going to. What you got them at?
That's a dub. That's a dub for y'all. Cardinals, they still trying to figure themselves out, even with a new head coach. So, yeah, that's a dub for y'all.
Okay, so I got us 11-1. You got us 7-5 right now. Next is the Colts. Shane Steichen. I think he's gonna give us a run for our money. And I know the Colts trying to get back to where they were at. Sauce Gardner should be back around that time too. But I think it's going to be a tough dub. But I think I can see a W with that.
I'm giving it an L.
L?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jordan Davis.
I'm just if I'm looking at and your defensive line might be better. It's just it's Jonathan Taylor. It's something.
This team gonna get established by then, and this is hoping the offense gets off to a good point, just like how you want your defense to get off to a good start. Yeah,
I was on the fence. I was on the fence because I was finna say dub at first. That's a game. I that's one of them games that to where I don't know.
so you're talking about one of those sneaky losses, those ones that we shouldn't have lost.
I give you the dub on that one. I give you the dub.
Sure. Don't let me talk you out of it.
No, I give you the dub on that one. I don't trust Daniel Jones neither, but I give you the dub on that one. Yeah,
Okay.
You get the dub on that one.
All right, let me change it real quick.
Yeah, I give you the dub on the Colts.
Okay. Next, we got the Seahawks. I'm actually going to take the L on this one with the Seahawks.
I go with the L on that one, too. It's going to be a physical game, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's going to be a defensive game.
Mm-hmm.
But I
give
you the L on that.
I'm going to take an L on the Texans as well.
Texans, I say the same thing about Texans. L. I agree with you. I think they're going to have the number one defense in the league. I give you the L against the 49ers, too.
Nah, not against the 49ers. Nah.
The reason I give you the L against the 49ers because I think they're going to get Max Crosby.
Oh, you think they're gonna get Max Crosby?
Yeah, they're in the runs for Max Crosby too.
Okay, got you. Okay, and then we got the New York
That's a
Giants.
dub. That's a dub.
Now, depending on where we stand, our record compared to everybody else, we might put our backups in.
So what's the record? How I got y'all right now?
You got us 9-8.
Yeah, that's a dub.
Yeah, 9-8, and then okay. So I got us 14-3. I got us 14-3. You got us 9-8.
With the win against the Giants, it's 9-8.
Yeah. That's you don't want Jalen Hurts to be our quarterback, huh? All right.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's going to be your defense. I just look at it being more when it comes to offense.
Yeah, no. I know exactly what you mean. Okay. So let's go over to the Dallas side of the ball. So we got week 1, New York. Where you got them at?
Dub.
All right.
I don't think they're going to be able to stop the run, period. When they let go Dexter Lawrence, I just don't feel that they're going to be able to stop the run.
I'll give y'all that. Going into week 2, I'm going to give y'all the dub on that one too.
I take the dub on that. I got a bet on that one, that second week with Momo. Yeah, this I think that's a dub. Jaden Daniels coming back. Like, that's why I gave him the loss against y'all. He got to get back acclimated to football. He been out for too long.
Now, this Christian Parker defense got to go up against Lamar and Henry. So where you got them at?
I think that's going to be a win. Reason being, we're not playing. If we was playing in Baltimore, I looked at it a different way. We
That's
playing
Brazil, right?
Yeah, we playing in Brazil. So
I got y'all with a loss on that one.
Okay, I'm giving us a dub.
Okay. Texans, we talked about that defense.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose against Texas.
Okay, so I got y'all 3-1. I got you 2-2. All right, next you got the Bucks.
I got that as a dub. Prime time dub.
Okay. You know what? You said it's prime time, and do you know if they're gonna be in Tampa or they're gonna be in Dallas?
I think it's in Tampa. Let me make sure.
If it's in Tampa, it's an L.
The reason I say we win because they ain't got Mike Evans.
Yeah, but they got Ibuka and they got they and who's that running back they got? I forgot. Irvin? Yeah,
They're playing in Dallas. It's Bucky Irvin. They playing in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an L for that one for y'all.
Yeah, they're playing in Dallas.
Okay. We got Green Bay.
Dub
in Green Bay? Okay. I'll give y'all that. So 3-3 right now. Then you got Philly.
Dub. Hands down, dub.
You just think y'all just going sweet, boy.
Dub.
All right. Y'all gonna be playing us at home. I don't see it. Next y'all got the Cardinals. I'll give y'all a dub on that one.
Dub.
Next is Colts.
I think that's gonna be a dub.
Okay. I'll give y'all that too. All right. Next is the Lions. Now
We won too many games in a row. I think that might be a L. I say that's a L.
Okay. Now I'm right there with you. Dang, y'all buy is late. Okay. Y'all got the Titans next.
Our bye is week 14, yeah.
Titans, you see a dub with that?
Yeah, it's a dub with Titans.
So 9-2. I got y'all 6-5.
That's
Then
not.
then we play y'all. What's that?
Wait, because this not right.
After the Titans, that's week 11.
Yeah, but after the Colts, we play the 49ers.
You said after the Colts, y'all play the 49ers?
Yeah, we play the 49ers. Yeah, we play the 49ers November 15th. We don't even play Detroit.
So that should be the 49ers.
Yeah, that should be the 49ers.
Okay.
Oh, that's a revenge game. That's a dub.
So y'all think y'all are gonna beat the 49ers?
Yeah, we owe them. We owe them. Yeah.
Okay. I'm still taking the loss on that one. Next would be the Titans. Yeah. You want a dub for that one?
That's a dub.
All right. And then Eagles 12. That's
Dub.
Thanksgiving. Bro, y'all are not sweeping us.
We eating turkey. We eating turkey legs and turkey breasts and all types of turkey.
Y'all is not sweeping.
Dub.
I had y'all winning. I had y'all losing in our house. I'll say we tie. I'll say we split. See, I'm being realistic.
No, I'm being realistic, guys. We sweeping y'all this season. We sweeping y'all.
Sound good. All right.
Seattle, that's an L.
That's an L? Okay.
I got us losing to Seattle. In Seattle. Yeah. I got us losing to Seattle.
All right. And you got the bye week. Next, you got the Rams. Where y'all at with the Rams?
This is what iffy. I got us losing to the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose coming off our bye week, but I got us losing to the Rams.
Okay. I got you. I got y'all 6-8. You got them 10-4. All right. Next is the Jags.
Dub.
I'm gonna give y'all the dub for that one. And then New York.
Dub.
Y'all beat New York. I think New York's gonna get y'all coming back in the back end.
Maybe if they was playing in New York, but I got us a dub on that one.
All right.
Home game for us.
And then Washington. So technically, based off your record, y'all are 12-4 right now. So you technically wouldn't even need to start there.
No, it should be 13-4. That's the record. That's
13-4 would be with the Commanders because the
Yep.
bye week makes it 17.
Yeah, I'm going. I pin our record to be 13-4.
Okay, 13-4. I'm gonna give y'all the L on that one just because who knows what they got going on. So I got y'all 10-7. I mean 7-10.
You got us 7-10, and what I got y'all?
You got us. Oh, let me rip this up. You got us 9-8. I'm gonna keep this too. So
Yeah, I already had mine rolled down, so I had us going 13-4.
That's a lot though, Lloyd.
That's my expectations.
So if y'all don't get that and don't go to the playoffs, you saying trade Dak and all that?
It's over with. It's over with. It's over with.
Okay.
It's over with. It's fucking over with. No excuses or shit. And I'm willing to come on to the Eagles Collective, whatever I need to come on and take all the smoke.
We go
to take it.
That's a high hope record. That's a high hope record. That's crazy.
I got us going 12-5, 13-4. That's what I'm looking for our record to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if we go 12-5, that means we lost one of the games to y'all.
Okay, so we just split. Okay. Cool. Well, hey, it was good talking with you, bro, for 2 hours. Let's shout out these people in the comments real quick before we head up out of here. And yeah, hey, everybody watching us, appreciate y'all checking us out. Eagles versus Cowboys debate. we tried our best. No trolling, none of that. Just talking ball. Just talking ball. Nothing crazy. We definitely gonna plan to do more of these coming up when the season starts. But Lloyd, let your people from the Next Level Sports Lounge know. Talk to them.
Hey y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. For those who are hasn't subscribed to Eagles Collective, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy Warren in the Eagles Collective. Man, he got great content going on over there. Hey, Oscar said Lord Delusion at 13-4.
See,
Hey, y'all know how I am, man. Look, like I said, hey, I'm willing to take all the smoke. If we don't do it, hey, it is what it is, y'all. But y'all
that's
go.
cool. That's top 10 defense right there, right?
Hey, that's
That's
top 10
top 10
defense.
defense.
One, this is what I've been saying. That's top 10 defense. Hey, like I said, if it don't happen, it don't happen. Man, look,
Okay.
y'all go subscribe, go like
Mm.
Eagles Collective, y'all. He got great content over there. I appreciate everybody coming in. Oscar, Vinny, Logan, Jesse, Randy, everybody that has been over here that's continuing to support this channel and support Eagles Collective, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit those likes for us, y'all.
Definitely. We appreciate everybody. And everybody over in the Eagles Collective, go over there to the Next Level Sports Lounge. Y'all usually go on wins. I know Sundays, Tuesdays,
I'm
and
off
what?
on Sundays and Mondays, so I try to go on Sundays and Mondays. Mondays
Okay.
is a little iffy with me having the baby and everything, and my wife.
Yeah.
So I try to go on as much as possible on my off days, which is Sunday and Monday. But if I don't go on
Okay.
Monday, I usually go on Wednesday or Thursday. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, everybody check out Next Level Sports Lounge. Where y'all at to getting monetized right now, Lloyd? What y'all got to do to get monetized at this point?
So we had 439 subscribers. We
Mm,
got 500 subscribers in order to be monetized. We not there yet, but we close to it. You know.
yeah.
We try to we're trying to bring some good content, and y'all just make sure y'all share and subscribe it out to not just you guys, just to your family, to your friends, people who watch football, y'all make sure
Yeah.
y'all subscribe and share it out when it comes to the Next Level Sports Lounge and the Eagles Collective, y'all.
Facts. And with that, we got the subs, we just need the views. So we're opposite right now. So we just need the views to get monetized. So that's all we're looking for as well. So I want to see us both get there. So when the football season starts, it's game time. That's kind of where I'm at with it. So we're gonna get there. But yeah, everybody appreciate y'all watching us. Only gave it to y'all for 2 hours. We might do another one before the season starts. But hey, Lloyd, appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you having me, Warren.
Yes, sir. We'll talk soon.
Peace.